My people, how now dey? Today we get good news for una. My name still remain Edu David, the admiral one of universe. My people, the reason why Nigeria no go better na be this one. Now the reason now I wan tell una so when we say the country no go fit pass where e dey so. No be say I dey swear for the country, me I dey pray for the country make it better. But the reason why we say no go fit better na be this one. Because if you wan destroy Christian, na Christian you see use take kill Christian. If na Muslim you wan kill, you go look for Muslim take kill Muslim. Tribalism don too much for Nigeria that even your own side, because you dey chop small for government, your side when you come, e become irrelevant, inconsequential. Hey, oh boy, inconsequential, yes. E become inconsequential to you. I know say you never know the side when I dey go. The side when I dey go na be the reaction when Rotimi Amechi react to the governors, the Niger Delta governors, where call Buhari say, Mr. President, the way we wanna take the cheat us, e not good. Because Niger Delta region get oil. I want to explain to now wetin happen. Niger Delta region get oil. Now the oil belong to the federal government, it belong to everybody, it belong to Nigeria. It belong to Nigeria. But they can't discover gold from northern side, especially Zamfara. They did not just gold, high quantity of gold, high volume, high quality, and high quantity of gold in Zamfara. Now, that is natural resources they also see in that place. Since the Niger Delta oil belong to the federal government, the same natural resources from Zamfara other northern states supposed to be also be for everybody. No, they say no, Neikaba. That gold belong to Zamfara state. So now Zamfara get the gold. The federal government get Niger Delta oil. This one it happen since, but you know, NSAS matter can open many things, make people see where even the blind can't they see. The blind when it be say if they will use eyeglass, they don't will see. Now they see where because they talk and say if sansan too much for soup, the blind person will notice and say sansan it dey this soup. Because wetin enter mouth, e go feel now. So the matter don't do worse now. Everybody can understand say see wetin dey happen. Now the Niger Delta people come gather. They call the president first. The presidency no gree come. The second meeting presidency come. As presidency come, now they come tell the presidency say we no go gree for this thing again. Say the gold when e dey Zamfara, since na Zamfara own, the oil suppose be our own. So now they come talk and say wetin they no go do Okodogbe, make they no go do Okodomi. I know so you no understand that name when I call her. Now name I just call her. Not from her, you understand? So now they come say since Zamfara they collect that one, make they still give them their own. Now they suffering, right? 7-point agenda give president. Now the matter can finish. Our brother, them brother, our person, former governor Amechi, Rotimi Amechi, the current minister for transportation. The current minister for transport, they come call him, interview him. Now the man, in fact, not only the thing when he even talk, now he make me to read this one. That's why say he dey fighting people. Not be that one. But what if it shocked me for inside? Now be these things. One, first he dey fight good luck regime. The tenor when he be say he don't pass, they don't spend 6 years. they still dey blame the past government for their own failure. Say na because say that government no do, they no go do. In fact, before I explain am, make we watch wetin the interview, how it wetin he talk for interview. Make we watch am.
Okay, so let me get your view. Your friend, the River State Governor, Governor Wike, said the president will set the country on fire if he does not implement some of the requests voiced by the leaders during the South-South leaders meeting with the presidential delegation headed by the Chief of Staff, Professor Ibrahim Gambari.
Why do you want? One thing about governorship is that you have to differentiate between the ages that a child is allowed to be a governor. When you have young men who, though by age they are qualified by law, but by action and what they say, they don't look like governors. You want me to reply to that? I won't talk to that. I won't. Let him put the country on fire. Let us see how it goes.
You probably do not get the angle. The angle is saying that should the president not implement the demands from the South-South leaders, it might be putting the country on fire.
I am saying that you also did not understand me. That's not something that should come out of the mouth of a governor. It shouldn't come out of the mouth of a governor. What to ask you? One question to ask you is: don't forget that the President Goodluck Jonathan ran under the auspices of South-South presidency, in which everything said about governance was we'll have to go for restructuring, we'll have to go for resource control, and he was there for 6 years. The resources were not controlled, neither were they handed over to the South-South. It's much more than that. I don't think a governor or a people, I come from South-South. While I agree completely that we are not fairly treated, I don't also agree that anybody will set the country on fire. No president should act on such threats. And don't take me to such questions. I prefer to ignore such questions because a more mature person won't say make those kind of comments.
So you don't see any danger if the president is not implementing some of the demands?
I don't see any. Don't forget what I just said now. I just said that while I agree with our people that it's important that they recognize some of these things, some of these demands, I'm also saying that we had the opportunity of being president for 6 years. We should have implemented these demands by ourselves. We didn't do it. We didn't implement it. Well, I don't subscribe to the fact that the president shouldn't address them, but I'm saying that the president can't address them under threats.
Or perhaps we need you also to clarify, because if Nigeria is part of the conversation in that meeting is the issue of restructuring, does that resonate with the president, and is he handling it with some urgency that a lot of people think it requires?
There's this comment a friend of mine made the other day. Why is it that it's only when the president comes from the north that we talk about restructuring?
Shebi una understand wetin dey talk dem. First, e dey blame the past government for their failure. Say since that government no do, dem no go do. E be like pikin when e be say man say, e be like man when he talk say im father no train am for school, for that reason he no go train im pikin. Since the father no send am go school, his children no go still go school. Which kind father be that one? Because your father no train you, your children you no go train them. That means they suffer when you dey suffer, your children will still suffer the suffer. I don't understand wetin the thing when the business come even shock me for inside when he nearly off my system. Na him be as they ask this man question, the question when they ask am, e no be the answer. Just like the boss Buhari, when they will ask Buhari, he go the answer B. So you just see the system, how this is, with this kind of people they lead us, how you go take better. This is the reason why Nigeria no go learn better. If these people continue to rule, the country no go learn better. No be say I call them, because the country they don't off the light. My people, as they don't off the light for that country, now say I no go talk past this one before they come off my studio light. I beg, may we go to the other side before they come here, come off my studio light. My people, Yawa don dey gas for Nigeria. How be small thing o. if you say make we waka go this side, you go see say na this side for the coin. If you say make we move go front, you go see say they sit down gidigba. The people when they call Niger Delta militant, they don't come out. They don't dey shake everywhere. They don't come out and shout say the one where the governor they do, they say make dem restructure, make dem be say wetin the government dey give dem, federal government dey give dem, e no reach, make dem no dey waka go this side, make dem no waka this side. Say they prepare 7-point agenda give president. Na the Niger Delta militant na dey come out. They say no be this one, no be the thing wey we suppose dey talk about. No be this one the people need, no be this one people wan hear. Say the governors of south, the south region governors, say the money wey they don shocktalize, the money wey they don use double hand chop, say they must vomit am. Say the money wey federal government don give them for derivation fund, say the money don pass 50 trillion naira. Chimo. 50 trillion, no be 50 million, no be 50 billion, 50 trillion naira. Now then they tell the governors, make them come out, make the account of this 50 million. If you say na joke, they do the headline now, see am. Now be my newspaper write this one, see am. 50 trillion naira. Say these people, they don't use their hand. Okay, make we really think about it. Make we sit down talk about this one. You when it be say you to know Niger Delta, if you to know Niger Delta, if you don't waka past Niger Delta, where they for spend 2 billion, they not go see am. We dey look for our money over 50 trillion naira. 50 trillion, three. Now this governor don't squander. The last news I give, I show now how much they did. If you never watch that one, go check them. Go back, go check this thing. May you see how they squander the money, how much they pay the governors, how much the former governor they collect. Now the road where the money they pass, now be this one. Over 50 trillion. The federal government they borrow, they borrow, and the money. Some people don't they sit down, they pocket am. How the country will take good? How the country will take better when it be say few governors, Niger Delta governors, now they swallow 50 trillion. They swallow am. No wonder say snake they swallow money there. Guinea fowl they swallow money. Snake they swallow money. Even pupu they collect money. I don't understand that. I don't know. In fact, the country don't just dabaru. It don't just dabaru. 50 trillion. Then they cry now say make them provide the 50 trillion when federal government don't give them before they start to use the double mouth. They talk say they need the restructure. Even they say because these people talk and say even though say they restructure the country, they give them the money when they say they need. The money will still enter inside leaky pocket wey be say whole day na im that they put the money. My people, why they talk this news so that you people will know, understand wetin dey happen for the country, how these people dey, and they talk and say no be president, we just dey call Buhari. The local government chairman, the councillor, the House of Assembly, the rep, the Senate, the governors, these people money when they squander, money when these people they take, it pass the one wey president they do. It pass the one wey president they do. Now they see the governors, just see them. Now don't be them this one. See them. Now they say me they bring the 50 million, 50 sorry. The money not too big, I don't make mistake her. 50 trillion. They still pull over journal. My people, if you must Nigeria must good, these people make we hold them accountable. Make we ask these people questions, say wetin that they use the money do, make them provide the money when federal government dey give them, where they dey use the money dey work, these people make una hold them. My people, una know say as I see am na I dey talk am. Na so me I see this one reach, na constitute come tell una say these people dey owe us, they dey owe us 50 trillion naira. My people, if you see your governor, ask am for your money. Make we go to the next side. My people, this one when I want tell una so this news, now something when it be say, it go make your brain, you go think. If you know say you know dey think fast, no watch this news. But if you dey think fast, you know say you feel assimilate. Yes, assimilate. Yes, correct. That word correct. Assimilate. Take it like that. You just take it like that. That is when we say you feel put the thing together, put A John B. If you don't say no, if you put A John B, understand that, no watch this one. Because the elders forum for northern side, they don't come out, the northern elder forums don't come out. They say Buhari is the best person that ever happened to Nigeria. Say no, we give Nigeria Buhari even third time that we should allow Buhari to rule again and again and again. Say Buhari, if not be Buhari, the country for not reach where he did. So in fact, make una hear wetin this man, wetin they talk. We will come back and analyze them. Make una see am.
Let's begin the conversation with Dr. Baba Ahmed on the position of the Northern Elders Forum. You are the spokesperson of the Elders Forum in the North. You're asking the president to resign. Have things come to that point?
Certainly. The facts on the ground support what we say. The president swore on the Quran as president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to secure the lives of citizens. He has failed to do so over and over and over again. This is his sixth year in office. The situation under him is getting worse, and there is no indication that it is likely to improve. So what else is there? What else is left other than to ask him that if there is honor in democratic countries, in civilized countries, what leaders who fail to protect citizens, particularly at the scale and the level at which our people are dying, is to resign. Clearly, he has failed in the number one responsibility of a leader, which is to protect citizens. So yes, things have gone, they are worse than this, but we've taken our time to assess the situation. We didn't want to rush to judgment. We wanted to give him a chance. Like everybody says, leadership is very difficult. He's leaving, he has a very challenging responsibility, but 4, 5, 6, 7 years. The same president was saying 2 years before he assumed responsibility, he was saying to Jonathan to step aside and give him all others responsibility to run the country. So he's had a lot of time to study the situation. He's a general. He's the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. He's a military man, so he doesn't have an excuse about not knowing how to fight wars. He put people in charge. They're still in charge. We're losing this war. More internal security challenges are becoming manifest. More people are dying. Every single day, people die in this country. Life, truly, as we said in our statement, life has lost a value. One individual was kidnapped. One American citizen was kidnapped somewhere in Niger or northern Nigeria. The U.S. sent military to Niger Republic, to Nigeria, with the consent of our Nigerian troops. Foreign Americans came into our country and rescued the person. What do you say to a Nigerian president under whom our people are dying? How do you explain what happened in Borno? A failure of security, a failure of leadership? What else do you say other than to say to Mr. President, clearly, you can't secure the lives of Nigerians. And if there is honor, if there is respect for public opinion, really there is no reason why he should continue.
Now see, their body don't fold them. They happen for their side now that they call Buhari make it resign. Now see, he don't go resign, go there. When we they talk and say the thing, they pay off our body, the thing, they pay when the guy they just they choke our anus. The thing don't they bring blood. We are not talking say make we leave am. But I don't talk say make we leave am. Now you don't reach my body now. I say make it resign. He don't go resign. He go finish am. Eternal our back. Yes, eternal will complete. You go complete, you no go finish am. Now we'll see when it happen. Let me leave this place. Well, now they when we say the thing they happen since when we they shout, they want finish Christian, they want do this. All of una dey there now. You don't dey touch una now. Una don't say make it resign. You don't go resign. In fact, we go vote again. Let me leave this one go another side. This news now for Ghana. Now for Ghana people, I want come. I personally say I want come talk to now for this one. Not be saying only Ghana this kind of thing they happen, but they happen for all over. But this one particular one, it happened for Ghana. Now for Ghanaians, now this thing happen to. I just want make I just come read down, make I tell you now wetin dey happen. Especially for those of now when it be say una port, it be like say na port, it be like say na port, water no gree dey stay, na port una no fit use am cook. Now una come talk to say not be everywhere when just waka reach, you go just buy shop, buy job, drink. Sometimes or your house may you see or go mess on certain things, make you enter your belly. You get this thing when it happen for Ghana. Because this one, it happened for Tema region for Ghana. 3 people, 2 ladies, 30 years and 14 years old. So what thing that they do be saying, because as police bust into their restaurant and they come discover, say these people, they get their own factory when they manufacture all this local drink. The local drink be saying, I know like some people now they call agbo, all those kind mede. So that they do one. But what thing that they do for inside that place, they do that drink, they use it, they say, but the real thing when they do for inside now drugs, they lace them with drugs. They ask many Igbo journal. Put their hem, put Igbo hem, put Yoruba hem, come put Ghana hem journal, so that by the time your mind you say, I want drink, you don't already intoxicated. So this one now waiting that they do, they will add something, they join the drink for people, they join for people. So when the Ghana police come discover say this kind of thing they happen for this place, now they take busting. As they busting, they come discover 668 bottles where they never sell. They just heap them for ground where they never sell for people. So this thing, as people they drink them, if they scrutinize their system, they wander their system, they make their system they fast forward. So many persons for Ghana now call it fast forward. So person when they be saying they supposed to pronounce is, if you don't now you want talking, they want pronounce is for Ghana, now it was is. So they fast forward their system now. You understand? You know what I mean? I say their system they fast forward. Person when they take Yoruba hem, Ghana hem, Ghana hem. Well, you know now you know how they be that kind of thing. Not beside they do one at all. At the simple way doing that thing, you understand? Not beside they do one, you understand? So that's the thing I can tell you now. Say my people, before you take something go inside your system, know where the thing they come from, know who do one, know how the thing be. If you see anyone when they say they don't feel open down, not drink. If you see anything when they be say not even get label at all, my brother, borrow leg, make it not be say you will call the fast forward, because if you don't the fast forward, now only God know how it go be that time. I don't want to make anybody fast forward. Now I say make I can tell now what happen for Ghana, Tema region for Ghana. So my people, Ghanaians, we just say our it was we dey left for one day. Now say make I tell my people say we get brother when they left for where I did. My people I beg Africa we dey sabi now. Let me go the other side.